prison. Fly to see, I gon' need a medic. Obviously I fly, LV on my belly. Don't be the kind, that I'm my pocket heavy. Have money on my brain, keep talk what you're saying. Talk out with the code that I serve, not the lane. Ice on my neck that shine like a chain. Now that money, me no know what you're saying. Bitcoin hot, I'm study stocks. I want all the hood, I'm a not that app. I'm flying like this, now I don't need a gas. I'm up on the line, anywhere up on the map.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Malik here, and today we're going to be looking at my one trade on the NAS100 today. So today I actually had CPI, and you know, when it comes to CPI, you're getting such a wiki move. You can actually see it on the screen here. It wicked up, it wicked down, so it basically can take out both sides of the trade. If you're in a buy or if you're in a sell during the CPI, you'd have probably gotten stopped out, and then the next candle would have been where you could have actually make some money. So on this account, I decided to close it before going into the CPI because I'm thinking I don't want to risk it. This is my YouTube account as well. I want to actually just show some discipline here. So I only took one trade today, $45 profit, and didn't do anything else on this account. On a different account, I actually entered another buy side trade. I got stopped out. Didn't make any more trades. So I've been keeping it consistent. 2 trades max per account, depending on how I'm going for it. And then that's basically what happened today. I'll also show you another Bitcoin trade where I went a little heavier, and it's not my usual trade. So I regret that a lot because it's not my usual setup. It's not my usual setup. I entered a pending order, a sell stop. So I was expecting it to push down, hit my TP before coming back up. It pushed down, took out my entry, and then came right back up, hit out my stop loss for a loss of about 80, and that's real capital. So I'm a little disappointed in that, especially since it's not my typical setup. It's a bigger risk size. It's just a trade that didn't have to happen. But let me show you this trade now. So this trade I entered at around, this is saying 712. And I hate this platform so much, man. This platform sucks. This platform is terrible, dog. But how can I show this now? So where did I enter the trade? Man, I hate this. So is this right? Yes, I entered here, close it out here because I'm trying to find it, but this platform is so messed up. So let's see if this can flip. Yeah, so I entered here and then I close it out here. So you can see I entered on the 6 o'clock candle yesterday. So let's take it to the 1 hour here, and I actually closed it, what's that, 11 hours later. So I closed it at 13 hours later. So I closed it at 7 a.m. So on the New York time, let's go to Monday at 6, which would have been 18. So I entered here. The green is a bit dark here, so let me make it more opaque. Okay, so you can actually see where my stop loss was and where my take profit was. So typically my stop loss is around 50. So depending on the trade, of course, it can be 50, 60, 70, depending on the trade, depending on the trade volume as well. But I typically go for a 50, regardless if I'm going for a 2 trade volume or a 1 or 1.5. I typically go for 50. When I go for a 2, it actually makes my stop loss pretty small, which leads me to probably getting stopped out a bit easier versus a trade volume of 1 that can actually allow my trade to breathe a bit. But then you can't get that upside when you really start to push to the upside. So this one I entered at 18.00.1. Actually took profit at 18.022.9. And then my stop loss was 18. This was about 79.75 thereabout. I wish this would show it. Let's see if it shows it. No, it doesn't. I wish I could show this. I'm sorry that it doesn't expose this. I hate this platform, bro. Okay. 17,975. So you can see this is where my stop loss was, and where did I actually close this trade? I closed it on the 7 candle. So what's this might not be accounting for. No, this has to be accurate. Entering 3 minutes after 6 is accurate because that matches the time I entered. And then I close it. So it's showing discrepancy when it comes to some of the time and where I got executed. So this is the 7 candle, but then I close it at 18,022 on the 7 candle, and price was a bit above that, but I still got closed out here. So it's not too bad. It's not the perfect, most perfect platform, but you can still work with it. You can see for the rest of the day, actually went up, but if you didn't close out the trade there, you'd have been stopped out on the 8 candle. At 9 o'clock, you'd have been stopped out as well. And then from there, you'd have been able to get that move to the upside. This would have been the best entry at around 10, and you would have been able to capitalize on that move to the upside. And let's get into the Bitcoin trade now. So looking at the Bitcoin trade, you can see that was the loss of 88 here. I don't like that. That's not my typical loss. You can see my typical losses are on 30, 38, 18, thereabout. So this one was a bigger loss. I felt so confident. And anytime you're so confident on a trade, you probably shouldn't take it. Like, I guarantee. I'm telling you this from experience. Anytime you're confident on a trade, do not take the fucking trade. Because, bro, I went heavy on this trade thinking I was gonna hit it, and I did everything but hit it, right? So I got stopped out on, like, I got tapped in at 70.02. So more than likely I got tapped in here, and I was looking for the downside. It probably actually did move to the downside, but just not enough for me to take some profits. So I entered here at 0020, and this was a pending sell limit. So it actually triggered me when the market started to push down. I had a take profit here. So you can see I had a take profit at 67757, and then a stop loss of 71486. So you can see what happened here. I got triggered in here on the 19. This is the 19 from what I'm seeing. Perfect. 19. And then I actually got stopped out on the next candle as the market quickly reversed. Quickly reversed. I don't know what kind of dump this we had in the market, but this is what we had. So I entered here looking to take it to the downside here. If I had a tighter take profit, I would have probably hit take profit within the same candle, and that would have been a nice trade. That's what I was aiming for, but that's definitely not what happened. So I probably would have gotten stopped out earlier, but if I had a take profit a bit higher, I would have been able to be in and out within a couple of seconds and make that money. So this one was a loss of 88. I want to be transparent and actually just show some of the losers, because, like, I want to make some progress myself. So I don't care if I'm showing some of the losses, because losses are part of the game and I'm going to get better. So 2 trades for the day. That's typically what I did. I did 1 trade on the account, which I feel good about. Made some profit. Leave the trade for the next day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And where are we looking for the market? Probably bullish again. Let's see. Yeah, the market looks heavily bullish, man. And man, I was bullish from yesterday, so I had all those bullish trades. But you can see that if you had held it through CPI, you'd have gotten torn up. You'd have gotten chewed up and spat out, because you would have been knocked out by the 8 o'clock or the 9 o'clock candle, depending on how much risk you had. If you had a risk of about 200, yes, you wouldn't have gotten stopped out, but you wouldn't have made a good amount of money because the market still didn't tear to the upside, right? So we're gonna use this segment as we do at every video. It's a new thing I'm starting to actually just review the prices of these instruments at the current time, just to have a documentation of what's going on, and for me to build like a mental note of where everything is. So Bitcoin at the time of this is 7121. This actually looks very bullish. This looks like it took out liquidity here to go to the upside, if I'm right. Similar to this. That Tesla now. Tesla. Yesterday we're at 177. Today we are also at 177. Same price from yesterday. Very interesting. IMMR, we were at 7.42 yesterday. Today we're at 7.69. So barely any movement on IMMR as well. And Bitfarms down to 2.32. So Bitfarms and Bitcoin miners are still taking the staircase to hell. For some reason, it's just going down, down, down. NVDA, you can actually see NVIDIA is coming right back up 921.85. So you can probably look for a breakout on NVIDIA. AMD actually looks like it coming back up at 202. So what am I seeing now? Just a quick analysis. Bitcoin looks bullish. Bullish Bitcoin. I would say Tesla, neutral, Bitfarms selling. BTC miners declining, chips ascending slowly. Okay. So what I'm seeing, I might put this Excel document in the caption. Let me know if that's something you'd like, so we can actually have a tracking and a visual of these stocks going forward. I think these stocks are important. I think Bitcoin is important. Tesla is important because nobody's watching it, but this is my largest holding. IMMR is important because of the augmented reality and virtual reality. Bitfarms is important because of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Don't know how that's going to affect the industry. I'm not sure if Bitcoin is going to go up to the point where it's worth it for miners to continue to mine this, and there's still some upside. NVIDIA, semiconductors, NVIDIA's chips are the main ones used to train the AI models, the large language models, which are a new software or solution that seems to be running everything right now, and it has to be integrated into every software because that's what is being required by that's what's being desired by most of the consumers, a software that can interact, that learns, that actually makes your life easier. AMD is a sympathy to that, so there's a possibility that they are going to start making their chips that can begin to compete in this space and start to take up some of this market here. It's different than EVs where Tesla is the only one making money off of these. It's like AMD does make chips. AMD can make chips. Will they make a chip as strong as NVIDIA? I don't know. But we'll see in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.